Dear family and friends, I call upon all of you gathered here to be fellow witnesses with me in the marriage of Gizelda and Joe. You're each invited to join us today so that you may share in the joy that Gizelda and Joe are feeling as they pledge their love and commitment to each other. The decision to marry is based in love and founded upon sincerity and understanding, which leads to a relationship that is rich in confidence and trust. A strong marriage is dependent upon many factors. Beyond the love, respect, and trust that you share with one another, there must also be a strong sense of commitment and loyalty that bonds you. A shared faith and beliefs in God and His grace in your lives is important to building a strong marriage. And also important are a shared companionship and a willingness to communicate openly with one another. This respectful communication and the love that it displays helps each partner to accept and understand the other's strengths and weaknesses and allow for the continued growth that is necessary in all good and lasting marriage. In the Bible, Paul wrote beautifully about the power of love in his first book of letters to the Corinthians, chapter 13. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all that I have, and if I deliver my body to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. It is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrong, but rejoices in the right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For our knowledge is imperfect, and our prophecy is imperfect. But when the perfect comes, the imperfect will pass away. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall understand fully, even as I have been fully understood. So faith, hope, love, abide, these three. But the greatest of these is love. Gizelda and Joe, before you are joined together in matrimony here today, in my presence and in the presence of your family and friends, I am to remind you of the serious and binding nature of the relationship of marriage. The commitment of marriage is one of the most important commitments that two people will make in their lifetime. Marriage, as most understand it, is a voluntary and a full commitment of a man to a woman and a woman to a man. It is made in the deepest sense to the exclusion of all others and is intended to last a lifetime. The vow of marriage is a pledge of everlasting love. Within the unity of matrimony, whereby committing to share all that life has to offer, the good times and the bad, with patience and understanding. For a marriage to remain strong, your faith in that vow must never waver. It must remain strong through the trials of everyday life. The words that you speak to each other today are to be the cornerstone of your life together from this day forward. Gizelda and Joe, have you come here freely and without reservation to give yourselves each other in marriage? Will you love and honor each other as husband and wife for the rest of your lives? Let us say a short prayer. God, who has created us, each as an individual, open Gizelda's and Joe's hearts to feel your guidance and support through those who have gathered with them here today. Let their marriage be an occasion for them to see how you have been working in their lives, separately and together. May they remember the vows taken here today, not only in their minds, but also in their everyday actions of kindness and caring for one another. Amen. Gizelda and Joe have written their own vows and will now share them with each other.